I would like to present to some and introduce to others. A great man who has absolutely revolutionized a common thing that we do every day and every week in some states, and that is cut grass. Mr. Jackson Magnet, I want to introduce you to this platform right here at Hall TV2, and I do thank you for joining us today. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can get started with the show?
Hi there. I'm on my third career as the grass guy, and after being a television cameraman and reporter, and then producing environmental events, I've always loved grass, but I've hated just about everything about it. All the mowing, the water, the fertilizer, the runoff. Grass is a major problem. It's consuming 50% of our clean drinking water in the United States. The chemicals are the most toxic thing in our environment, inside or outside our homes, and also contributes to climate change and uses an awful lot of time, money, and water. And there wasn't a better grass, so I did some research, found four of the smartest PhDs on planet Earth with PhDs in turf science, and we created a better grass that saves people time, money, water, and lessens climate
I
change.
just want to thank you first and foremost. Now you created this new type of grass or this style of grass. Now, could you tell us what are the properties of this grass and what makes this grass different from all other types of grass?
First of all, five of the seven seeds in this mix are native to North America, where
Hmm.
most of the grass out there doesn't even come from the United States. It comes from Eastern Europe and
Okay.
Bermuda and other places. So this is grass that some of the seeds were here before the American Indians. It actually belongs here. And we were looking at different seeds that were more drought tolerant, disease tolerant, bug, and salt tolerant.
Okay.
And we narrowed down from all of the many different types of grass seed down to seven special seeds. And then we grew tens of thousands of those seeds in different proportions until finally we discovered one aha batch of
Okay.
grass that grows very slow above the soil. There's because of an interaction and puts all its energy into the roots. So because of the slow growth, you will mow it only once a month instead of once a week. And if you don't mow it, it flops over to become a no mow meadow. So you have a choice of mowing it once a month or
Hmm.
ever. And it puts all its energy into the roots. And that's important. Most grass only grows roots like this. Our grass grows roots bigger than I can show you, over 4 foot. It holds more water. So it needs three-quarters less water. And it also outcompetes most weeds without chemicals, and it sequesters carbon at eight
Hmm.
times the rate of shallow root grass to actually help lessen climate change and extreme weather. Most people wonder, well, what can I do about the climate? And well, this is something simple. You can put this kind of grass seed right over the existing lawn to outcompete your existing lawn, and then your yard becomes a carbon sink to lessen climate. It also puts out 24 times the amount of oxygen compared to ordinary grass. And so it's a refreshing, oxygen rich environment.
Now, going back to the roots that you discovered while going through and creating this outstanding type of grass right here that I hope is used in every home in America and across the world. Okay, so now the roots going 4 to 6 feet deeper. What is the perk of that right there? Because we already know that the deeper the roots, the more carbon can get into the ground, which is a great thing for us as we use this grass because it helps us to lessen our carbon emission and our carbon footprint. But my one of my questions that I really want to know is that the difference is, as you stated, that the roots that your grass grows are much, sometimes 2 to 3 times deeper than the average grass, which is an outstanding thing. Could you help me explain what have you also noticed as far as the depth of the roots as it differs from the normal roots and that we're currently used to?
Well, most grass has roots that are only 3 to 6 inches, at best 8 inches deep. Whereas the interaction of our particular seeds and our exact proportions, putting all its energy into the roots, it grows roots that are 4 to maybe 6 feet deep, and to hold far more water, to contact more soil, to be able to pull carbon out of the air and lock it into the soil. And so it's less water and less carbon, sequestering carbon, and which affects climate and weather. And so it's something simple you can do to put it right over existing grass and go from 3 to 6 inch roots to 4+ foot roots.
Mr. Jackson, I would like to show the world interview that you were participating in, discussing your brand and your product and how well it has been taking off around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we would like to present to some and introduce to others a great video that is going to change the world, revolutionizing how we grow grass and reduce our carbon footprint in this world, people. I would like to thank Mr. Jackson for allowing us to even host this event right here. So let's get right to it.
Won 2 international awards for innovation, and we've had over 300 rave reviews from the experts. Everyone, from the master gardeners at CBS, NBC, ABC, Wall Street Journal, and even CNN and Fox News. Probably the only thing that CNN and Fox News will ever agree on. And Newsweek magazine called our grass the holy grail of grass and the solution for California. It's growing in all 50 states. And again, you put it right over existing grass to outcompete the weeds. And so if you mow it, it stands up and looks like a manicured lawn like this. Or this is California before, and this is California after with our grass. And if you don't mow it, it flops over to become a no-mow lawn, like this lawn here that hasn't been mowed for 2 years, or this hillside that hasn't been mowed for 3 years. So you have a choice of mowing it once a month or a month and a half, or never ever. And for the greenest lawn you've ever had. And it's also the grass that Bob Vila has in his home lawn. From this old house. And Bob has said this is the best grass he's seen in 40 years of home improvement.
And you're here at the ICCFA convention to obviously talk to cemeterians about their lawns.
Yes, for cemeterians or funeral homes or for the average homeowner. This is the solution. People have better things to do than cut the grass. With this, you cut it once a month, save 75% of your water, have few to no weeds, and it stays green year round.
Just as you guys heard, Pearls Premium, you can actually go to that website, find out all the information that you need to find out about Pearls Premium so that you can incorporate it into your grass today. Let us help save the world by reducing this carbon footprint and absolutely helping with climate change. What made you decide that this is a route that you would want to go down?
Well, I semi-retired, and I was building or renovating a fixer-upper house by here, Dudley Pond in Wayland, Mass. And one of my neighbors talked me into joining the local surface water quality committee that managed the lakes and ponds in our town. I took a weekend crash course in lake and pond management, and I found out the number one enemy of lakes, ponds, rivers, the ocean, watersheds is people using lawn care fertilizer, and that goes into the watershed. It grows the invasive weeds out of control, causes algae blooms, causes all kinds of problems. And I did some research to see if there was a better grass out there that didn't need as much mowing, didn't need as much water, and didn't need any chemical fertilizer. Dr. Alex Liu at the Harvard School of Public Health says that that lawn care fertilizer is the number one toxin in our environment, not number 6, not number 12, It's the number one toxin in our environment, and it leads to um, issues in the brain, and it mimics female human estrogen. So it's been linked to everything from asthma to Parkinson's disease to Alzheimer's disease, sexual dysfunction, cancer, and leukemia. And for children, it increases the risk of learning and behavioral disorders.
Wow.
Because there's so many health risks having to do with standard chemical fertilizers and lawn products, I wanted to see if there was something that didn't need it. So I sent away for about 70 kinds of grasses from around the world. I grew them for a year and a half with no chemicals and far less water. And a year and a half later, after a hot summer, they were all dead except for 3 variations on cactus. And most people don't want to have cactus, prickly cactus on
No.
the lawns. So I knew that it didn't exist. So that's when I did some more research, found 4 of the smartest PhDs in turf science on the planet, and started on this search to see if we can create a better grass that needed less water, that sequestered carbon, that didn't need lawn chemicals, and wouldn't take up so much time. The EPA says that the average person spends 40 hours a summer mowing the grass and dealing with the grass. The grass we created grows so slow, you mow it only once a month instead of once a week. So you save 30 hours a summer and not having to mow every week, mowing once a month or once every 6 weeks in shady areas. And or you don't mow it and let it flop over, become a 3-inch high no mow meadow. So
That
pursuit of a better grass that can help save the world one lawn at a time.
exactly. That right there is what I have been gathering as we have been on this journey. Mr. Magnet, Jackson Magnet, I am telling you right now, I have been doing my research on this is revolutionary. I mean, I can honestly tell you from the limited amount of knowledge that I know about grass seed and about different types of grass, I can tell you right now for the cost versus what it is, the output, yours is really hitting the mark and setting a new standard. Where do we see Pearl Premium going, and what are some places right now that are currently using it to make these changes that this product clearly is showing that it can do?
Well, it's being used out in front of the Boston Museum of Science, and they actually gave us an award in the fall of 2013. Their board of directors did a research project. They wanted to see what were the best ideas to ever come out of New England, and their board of directors looked at 600 of the best U.S. patented inventions. And after a 10-month study, they awarded only 3 U.S. patented inventions. We were one of the 3 as the best ideas to ever come out of New England, and it was a combination of water, because grass, according to the EPA, is consuming or wasting 50% of the clean drinking water in the United States, and this grass needs 75% less water. Also, the number one toxin in our environment, as I mentioned before, is lawn care fertilizer, and this never needs lawn care fertilizer. You can go with a little bit of organic fertilizer, which does the same thing without all the toxic effects and health effects of chemical fertilizer, and also sequestering carbon. There's a lot of discussion that we have to um, address our climate and our carbon issues, but not much is being done. This is something simple. You can just put a little bit of this grass seed over your existing lawn to outcompete the grass. So between saving water, not having to use chemicals, and sequestering carbon, they felt this was one of the 3 most important patented inventions to ever come out of New England. But what I want to stress, it grows in all climates of the world, and all 50 states, and it's in over 20 other countries right now.
That
And if 1/3 of the grass in the United States was converted to this type of grass that puts out more oxygen, sequesters more carbon, it would be the equivalent of taking all the cars and trucks in the United States off the road. It could put a major dent in climate change.
Reducing our carbon imprint because this new form of grass is increasing its performance and intaking more carbon out of the atmosphere. So your grass is only giving us plus.
We're probably half of 1% of the grass in the United States. We're in over 500,000.
That is amazing.
And it's sequestering a huge amount. This grass sequesters between 5 and 6 tons of carbon per acre per year.
This right here is a commercial that I'm quite sure that the rest of the world would love to see. Right after this brief break right here, we're going to get right back into talking about everything that Pearls Premium Grass is able to do.
Pearls Premium Ultra Low Maintenance Lawn Seed saves people time, water, and money. Take a look.
The first impression people have of your house depends on the quality of your lawn. With many rave reviews, award-winning Pearls Premium Ultra Low Maintenance Lawn Seed will impress others as it grows in all climates. A Pearls Premium lawn grows so slowly that you can mow as little as once a month instead of every week, and you'll have fewer weeds. With Pearls Premium Lawn Seed, you use up to 75% less water and fertilizer than with other grass. Plus, no chemicals are needed, so it's safer for children, animals, and the environment.
I planted Pearls Premium Lawn Seed right over my existing lawn, and now my grass is beautiful and lush all year round. Plus, I only have to mow once a month.
Now is a great time to plant. During this limited time offer, get free shipping and handling on any size bag. Visit pearlspremium.com for more details. Pearls Premium Lawn Seed, helping you have one of the best lawns in the neighborhood.
We're going to keep this website bouncing around. Please check Mr. Jackson Matnick out, and we will most definitely be checking you out because I think I may want to get your grass too. Now, could you please tell us, just for the record, where can we find this at outside of the website so that people can know where to find your product at?
Well, it's in most of the Whole Foods supermarkets in New England.
Okay.
After that wonderful ABC TV news story that you showed a little while ago.
Yes.
But otherwise you can get it from pearlspremium.com.
If I was to go to pearlspremium.com and get this, I understand it's summertime right now or springtime right now. Do you suggest what do you suggest would be a good time to start planting Pearls Premium grass seed?
Well, you can plant for about another week up north.
Okay.
And it's getting on the edge of too hot. There's a method that you can actually plant in the middle of summer called hydroseeding. It's
Okay.
ground up newspaper and water in a tank that they mix the seed in with, and then they spray it on your lawn. And the ground up newspaper and water, kind of like paper mache, holds moisture on the seeds, so you can actually plant up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit air temperature. So you can do it throughout the summer. And you can find a local hydroseeder to do it, and you give them the seed to just spray it on your lawn. But otherwise, if you don't hydroseed, it's best to wait till September. And you can get the grass seed now. You can keep it cool in your basement, cool and dry, and it's good to sprout for a year and a half. So it keeps very long. You just don't want to keep the seed in the bag at over 85 degrees for long periods of time. The sprouting rate goes down. The seed in the bag can freeze, but it just doesn't want to be cooking hot before you put it down on the lawn. But again, hydroseed now, or get it now, put it in your basement, and then
store it.
September.
So you are already removing hundreds, if not thousands of tons, hundreds of thousands of tons of carbon from the atmosphere just by getting a person to buy a bag of this quality product right here. You are contributing to thousands of tons of carbon being removed from the atmosphere, and that right there deserves a round of applause. And I do thank you for that. And I hope that we are able to get this message out to as many people as possible. But I hope this is the beginning of a great relationship, something that we can continue to do to keep this talk going, because this is just not pretty grass we're talking about here. This is a planet that we're talking about saving. And Mr. Jackson, I really want to thank you for coming up here today.
Well, what I didn't talk about is how it's dark emerald green, whereas most grass is more yellow green. It's also very barefoot soft. There's less fiber in this grass than a lot of grass. So it's wonderful to sit in the grass and feel how soft it is and walk in it bare feet. Children love the grass, and also dogs. Dogs can nibble on it. It's organic, it's non-GMO, and it's not certified organic, but it's otherwise organic. And dogs can nibble on it. It's good for their digestion. And also dogs can pee on it. Shallow root grass, the dog urine burns 2 or 3 inches of soil and roots. And with shallow roots grass, the grass has yellow spots. And this lawn here next to a pond, hundreds of dogs every week and their human friends walk around this, and all the dogs stop and pee on this lawn. You see there's no yellow spots.
Is it possible for us to get a shot of that grass so that everybody can absolutely see it? This right here is Mr. Jackson sitting in the very grass that he has grown. And
they're just peeing across.
That right there grass is no more than what? About 4, maybe 5 inches long, no more than that?
Yeah, I cut this grass only once every 6 weeks, not every week. And if I didn't cut it, it would flop over and become a 3-inch high no-mow meadow. And two very important things to understand is you don't have to tear up your existing grass. Just cut it brutal short, rake away the clippings or vacuum up the clippings so you have good contact between seed and soil. Spread the seed at 10 pounds per 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
And a little bit of organic fertilizer to help start the grass, and water it. It sprouts in only 1 week, and you have a beautiful lawn like this in a month. And
that was going to lead into my next portion of this conversation right here. Now we got to get to, do I have to tear down my grass? So you've already answered that question. So I don't have to tear down the grass. But what you're saying is getting the grass down really close to the soil so that the contact is made easier. Now, right. Your grass works in a very meticulous way, because what it does is it drowns out any competition. So you don't have to necessarily worry about having a patch of your grass here and another patch short, because it's going to naturally take over that area. Is that how it works?
Yeah, and also that the reason that weeds can exist is many times the weeds have deeper roots than the grass. Mm-hmm. But with our grass, our roots go deeper than most weeds, so it grabs the water. So because of the density of the grass and the depth of the roots, you have few to no weeds. You have between 0 and 2% weeds with our grass, and most people can't see 2% weeds. It's so infrequent.
Okay.
And it's basically an opportunity to save time, money, water, have a healthier environment for animals and children and elderly people and everyone, and sequester carbon. Again, most people are wondering, what can I do to help lessen climate change? Well, here's something simple. Just put the seeds right over your existing grass to outcompete it and have a really green lawn. I mean, green in terms of sequestering carbon, green in terms of saving money.
Yes.
Water, just, going really green.
And going back to what you said earlier, you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money on fertilizers or anything like that right there. This is a seed that requires limited to none to no extra fertilizers. Is a lay it down, water it, and it will take off from there. Am I correct?
Yes, because it grows so slow, it needs 1/4 the water. It needs 1/4 the nutrition. So rather than using chemical fertilizer, you can go with a very small amount of organic fertilizer that has all the benefits of chemical fertilizer without any of the health risks.
Okay. Is Pearl Premium currently providing a fertilizer or recommending a natural organic fertilizer to be used with the seed?
In the near future, we're going to have an organic pelletized other things
Okay.
that we're trying to want to get rid of. But right, it's not available now. It will be available in a couple months.
That is perfect. That is perfect. At least we know it's coming, because what you have right now is absolutely great. And I cannot wait to see the next, whatever you have coming to the table next. Mr. Matt, do you have anything to say before we close?
It's a pleasure being with you. And also, I just wanted to mention this grass gives back. We donate grass seed to different causes having to do with children, animals, and the environment and environmental education. And we donate as much grass as we can afford to Habitat for Humanity for wounded warriors and other worthy people. So it's about saving time, money, water, giving back, and having a grass that saves you time, money, and water, and helps our climate.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like I said, please go to www.pearlspremium.com to find more information about Mr. Jackson Magnick. He has created a sensation that is about to change our lawns for the rest of our lives and our children's lives. So, Mr. Magnick, I would like to thank you so much. We will be right back and bring you guys more information about any upcoming events. Mr. Magnick, do you have anything to say before we close?
Nope, it's a pleasure being with you, and thank you for helping spread the word about positive things for our planet.
Thank you so much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to play that commercial right before we leave, before we get off of here, and then we will stay tuned to see more from Hall TV 2.
From Shark Tank, Pearl's Premium Ultra Low Maintenance Lawn Seed saves people time, water, and money. Take a look.
The first impression people have of your house depends on the quality of your lawn. With many rave reviews, award-winning Pearl's Premium Ultra Low Maintenance Lawn Seed will impress others as it grows in all climates. A Pearl's Premium lawn grows so slowly that you can mow as little as once a month instead of every week, and you'll have fewer weeds. With Pearl's Premium Lawn Seed, you use up to 75% less water and fertilizer than with other grass. Plus, no chemicals are needed, so it's safer for children, animals, and the environment.
I planted Pearl's Premium Lawn Seed right over my existing lawn, and now my grass is beautiful and lush all year round. Plus, I only have to mow once a month.
Now is a great time to plant. During this limited time offer, get free shipping and handling on any size bag. Visit pearlspremium.com for more details. Pearl's Premium Lawn Seed, helping you have one of the best lawns in the neighborhood.